Are you guys aware that there was an economic bubble that happened in 1637? Because this might be one of the first times in history where people went absolutely insane over a digital asset. It all started when the Dutch East India Company began trading in the exotic new flower called the tulip. Now, just like today, back then there were two ways to get rich quick, either by starting a company or investing in one. And since most people could unstart a company back, then because they were usually born into their social class and could unreally move up, they put all their money into the next best thing, tulips. Now at first, these rare flowers only cost about 400 guilders an acre. But as more and more people began investing in them, the price began to skyrocket. At the peak of the craze, a single bulb sold for 10x a craftsman's annual salary. To put into perspective, a house at the time cost around 500 guilders. So this was insane. But just like the housing market today, it was bound to crash. Eventually, people began to realize that these tulips were just a fad, and no one wanted to pay ridiculous amounts of money for them anymore. So the price began to fall. By 1638, those same bulbs were selling for 25 guilders, a single summer's wages. Now, why is this significant? Well, this was the first recorded economic bubble in history. And even though it happened hundreds of years ago, it still has some pretty important lessons for us today. In fact, many economists use it as a warning symbol for the crypto crash of 2018 and also the NFT crash of 2022. In addition to that, there's actually a book called Tulip Fever about this economic bubble that became a New York Times bestseller. And it was also featured in a college textbook about financial crises. So the moral of the story is this. Just because something is popular or valuable today doesn't mean that it will be tomorrow. And if you ever see something going absolutely insane, like the housing market in 2021 or crypto in 2021, you should probably take a step back and realize that it may be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, or it could be a once-in-a-lifetime disaster. Also, if you want to learn more about the biggest economic bubbles in history, I made a whole video about it, which I'll link down below.